Already going to do a quick video on this Black Friday deal for $779, so $800 range plus tax. It is actually not too bad of a PC. iBUYPOWER is definitely not a brand that I've used in the past, so I can't say from my personal experience, but from what I can see online, it's a hit and miss just like every pre-built, but the specs of this computer for this price range is actually not half bad. So I'll go over all the good things. The CPU in this thing is great. It's a 10 core, 16 thread. It has 4 E cores, meaning that it does all your like background sort of things without using any of your performance cores, which are for gaming and such. So if you're browsing the web or whatever, or you're trying to, let's say, stream, the process will automatically switch over to which core it thinks that you should be using. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's a 10 core. It's more of 6 core, but it does have what I really like, these 16 threads for multitasking. So I would say it's an upper mid-level CPU, and that's probably the best part about this PC. It has one stick of 16 DDR5, which is the newest generation, which is great, and a 1TB NVMe, which is enough to hold some games you definitely want to get an upgrade. You can always add a 2TB later, and you're going to be a lot better off. Like I have 1TB, 2, 3, 4, 5 TB, and I'm pretty much full if I save all the games that I play on a regular basis. I always have to delete them, so I can see that there's not too many left of this. So let's look at what the specs are. So there is one thing that they got wrong, where it says 6 cores. It's got 6 performance cores, 4 E cores, and then 12 thread, which is not true. It actually has 16. And the one nice thing about this PC, if you go to upgrade the GPU, which the 5060 is a perfectly fine GPU, but with 8 GB of VRAM, it might not last forever. If you are planning to play 2K, it's good enough for that. 4K, that's when you're going to start running into problems. And the power supply is 600 watt, which is good enough to do an upgrade. I like anything over 500, but you can definitely get away with some decent GPUs at the 600 watt. And the case doesn't look too bad. I personally don't like the fans on the side. I find it weird that you suck air in, slaps against the wall, but it's probably not the end of the world. So I can say overall this PC is not bad, decent reviews. Let's actually look at customers. Oh, that's actually a decent brand name GPU he got. Decent RAM, MSI. Oh, this guy got a crappy one in comparison. PNY versus, I think the other one was Asus, and the other one was an MSI. Yeah, I would much rather either of those two. It's not the end of the world if you get a PNY, but I had the PNY 5060 in my CyberPower PC, and it definitely started to have some crashing problems. That might just be because of a download error or something. The mouse and keyboard is pretty generic. I wouldn't be going out of my way for it, but the upgrading path of the 14th gen Intel is definitely not the worst possible thing. We're having problems with overheating and burning up with the 13th gen, but I'm pretty sure they fixed it at the 14th, which I have the 12th generation i7 and I absolutely love it. There's no games that even come close to maxing that bad boy out. Considering this is 2 generation newer i5, it should be pretty similar to what I'm rocking, so I don't think you're going to have a single problem. The only upgrade that I would say is storage for this and the RAM, if you can actually find another stick that matches or get a whole new kit. But above all, like for this price, I really think this is a good deal. This thing's going to be able to do your schoolwork absolutely no problem. It's able to play any single game at 1920 by 1080, even on high settings, holding over 60 FPS. I can't really think of anything where the 5060 is really going to struggle, even at the 8 GB. If you play 1920 by 1080, 2K, you might have to lower the resolution, the graphics to maybe medium settings. I do know that when I was using the 5060, it did have a couple little bit of times of lags compared to my 3070 Ti, but above all, I think it's really good.